Believe it or not, this is the Arabian Desert, specifically the United Arab Emirates, which is right now drying out from historic rainfall. This comes after deadly storms hit it and its bordering nation, Oman, earlier this week. The flood shut down Dubai's airport and has flooded highways there. More than 5.5 inches of rain fell over a 24-hour period, which, just to put that in context, is more than the region gets in an entire year, typically. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie Daggett is following this for us from our London bureau. So unusual, Charlie, to see that type of video from the UAE. Why was this flood so intense?
Yeah, Errol, it was crazy. You know, I've been to Dubai dozens of times. I don't think I've ever seen a drop of rain. So yes, when you see 5.5 inches over the course of 24 hours, you can see what damage this resulted in, because they're just simply not prepared for this kind of rainfall in that short a time. Now, what caused it? A huge storm is the simplest answer. There have been a few reports about cloud seeding that was going on, and the UAE say, yeah, we do seed clouds because obviously they need rainwater in that area, and it's a way to produce that. But one official from Dubai said, we'd be crazy to seed those clouds. They saw what was coming. They just had no idea it was going to be like that. And you're seeing the pictures now. I mean, it's just extraordinary. Cars. The water had come over the top of cars, flooded the airport there, the runway, some of the images of planes landing there. They had to close down the airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. A shopping mall, roofs came down. I mean, unprecedented really doesn't describe the kind of rainfall that they had, and clearly they don't have the defenses to deal with it.
Well, on that point, Charlie, because, you know, like you, I've spent some time in the UAE. I lived in Abu Dhabi for some time, and I was always fascinated about how much development has taken place on this slice of the Arabian Peninsula in such a short amount of time. They have, you know, tall buildings, opulent museums, and all sorts of construction and infrastructure that it seems isn't able to hold up with the changing weather systems. How are Emiratis trying to mitigate the damage from future storms to prevent this from happening again?
Yeah, well, Errol, all that money, all those financial resources, the incredible infrastructure, I mean, incredibly modern buildings and highways, they're going to need some drainage canals, right? I mean, if we look at some of the cities in the United States, parts of New Mexico, Arizona, they know they're flash flooding because if you're in a desert environment, there isn't a lot of places for the water to go. And this has been surprising because, as you said, this is a modern city, a modern area. The Emirati are modern in terms of the development there, in terms of quick development. But yeah, they're going to have to take a very hard look at what happened. Now, keeping in mind, this is a once in a 75-year occasion or catastrophe that took place. But I guarantee you that what we're looking at now is not what Dubai looked like 75 years ago. And we're also dealing with climate change and more powerful storms. So they're going to have to address what happened and clearly put in some preventative measures.
And as you mentioned, Charlie, unlike some other nations where we see flooding like this, the UAE has the financial resources, thanks to so much oil, to deal with it. The airport there, though, is a major international hub. Plenty of folks fly through. What's the status of it? How are they trying to get it up and running?
Yeah, huge. I think when an airport official said that it's going to take some time, a master of understatement. But for the past 24, 48 hours since this rainstorm struck, you know, we've seen images of people that have just been camping out there, as he said, one of the busiest airports in the world. And I don't know if you saw some of those images of aircraft coming in. Look, there you see it. I mean, they're essentially landing on lakes in places that they're not really used to dealing with those kind of weather events. So yeah, it was shut down for a time. They were just essentially saying to people in Dubai, don't come to the airport for now. And it is a hub, and they were telling other airlines not to come through. But as I understand it, speaking to a colleague of mine, a few of the flights have started to go in and out of Dubai. Again, as you said, deep pockets. They have the resources to recover from these sort of events.
Pretty incredible. There is just no corner of the world safe from these freak storms and floods. Charlie Daggett, thanks for giving us the latest. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Errol.